Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I wanted to give a very brief sort of presentation on what I'm looking for in edible plant profiles. This is my first time doing it too, but I thought it would be a great way for you all to learn the different vegetables and the different kind of herbs that are grown in gardens, more commonly from this region. Of course, that would change if you were in southern areas or near the equator. So anyways, this is the edible plant profiles. So you have your team, you've selected your herb and your vegetable, one herb, one vegetable, and this is the information you will consider. The common name, scientific name, and all these other things that you have here. And so I actually prepared a presentation, pretty much what I'm looking for. So I wanted to kind of walk you through it. So let's see if I could do this correctly. We're okay here. Share sound. Okay, so here is the video that I did. It's on the common beet. Actually, one of the more common names, and I had some difficulty finding just beet because it was always sugar beet, but the actual name is beetroot. So anyway, so when you introduce, you have your title page. Here's the common name, the scientific name, along with the author here, and then the family that it belongs to. And you can find that on plants.usda.gov. And then you would put your team members here. Important thing is to speak to the audience, speak to the audience, talk to them, ask them questions, and look at the whole audience, not just me. So anyways, this is a cover page. You see I put this nice little graphic there, and this is the habit of the plant, or how it looks, how we get the seeds. I don't know if you've ever seen beet seeds, but they look like little bumpy. They're about a quarter of an inch wide and maybe about an eighth of an inch thick, and they're small, but they're really bumpy, and they grow in these fruits, and then the fruits give the seeds. So that's just if you're going to want to get the seeds from the plant. All right, so there you cover right away the common name, scientific name, plant family, and other familiar species. You might want to become familiar with that. Here is the next one. Okay, let's see here. All right, so this is just some other common beet vegetables that you can find on the web, or about information about beets. And here are the two most common. Of course, you've heard of the sugar beet. That's where the primary amount of sugar comes from in the world. And they grow these beet roots. You can see them there. And here is the something that's called a fodder beet, which is a really big beet, and that's used to feed animals. So and it's a really good source of carbohydrates, proteins, and things like that. And then you'll see that on the top there is just one of the common beet roots that we know of. So there you cover the different other species that are related to that one. Next is, let's see if I could do this, and if I do it like this. Okay, yeah, this looks better. All right, so this is where are the origins? It's an ancient crop, which is pretty old. 2000 BC is when we start to find indications that it was grown in this area here. Remember, we talked about this area as being the Fertile Crescent. This is where Turkey is, Iran, and Egypt is up here. And so the beet is originally from that region, like Pakistan, Afghanistan, and that region there. And then it comes across to North America via the colonization of North America, and then it gets spread around the world. It's a great crop. Here's just some more information if you want to really get to know your information here. Domesticated in the Mediterranean region around 8th century BC, and then it goes to China. So it's getting spread all over the place. It's obviously a very good vegetable. So again, one of the things that I said in class was don't just come and read the slide, because I could read the slide. I do that sometimes too, but you should add some more context to it if you're going to do that. And also, when you talk to the audience, and if you need some notes, that's fine. You can use notes, like I have my notes here. or you can just really memorize it if you wanted to, that information, but just become familiar with it. I think that is the best thing. So the Greeks and then the Romans, and then, as I said, it gets spread all around the world. Common names for the beet include beetroot. It is a chard, actually, if it's grown in a certain way. Is the European sugar beet is just another one. Red garden beet, Harvard beet, blood turnip, Wurzel, Mandel, and spinach beet. So those are common names for it. But beetroot is what you'll find it under. If you were to look for information about the production of beets, like beetroot in the United States, it'd be hard to find it because you would really only find information about the sugar beet, but I'm sure if you looked deep enough, you could find that. But we don't need to have that information. Just wanted to know if it's popular. And it is popular, I would imagine it is, because there are several varieties that are available in many different garden catalogs. Here are just a number of different varieties of this plant. We saw here there's avalanche, bull's blood. Anyways, there's 18 of the more popular varieties. There are several other kinds, and these are done through hybridization of the flowers of the beet. Yeah, I like the cylindra, which is a long one, and then here's touchstone gold, of course, and then ruby red, of course. And a lot of them have these swirls as well, where all the parenchyma, I don't think it has sclerenchyma, but it's parenchyma, which is the tissue that forms that beetroot. Let's see, varieties, cultivars, plant parts used. Okay, now this is the plant parts used. I found this on the web. If you can, you should indicate your resources, especially if you're using a large part of it. I would suggest that you put it down as a link. You don't have to add it to the end, but just you have it here. So the plant parts used are the leaf, the stem, and the beetroot. And I just put some pictures here so you could see how it grows in the habit. Here is, they are growing the starts. The starts are getting bigger, and then you could plant them directly into the ground, and this is how they look. And you can, if you harvest them early, you can eat the stems and the leaves here. But later you can save them to harvest the actual beetroot. So that shows how it's grown, plants parts used. Any specialized information, just try to make sure that it stays underground as much as possible. That's really it. It's a very hardy plant, so it can take harsh temperatures. Let's see here. Here is how to eat it. This is how you would prepare it, just different ideas on preparation. And you'll probably find a ton of these, but just keep it simple to one slide. Just got to do it really quickly. Here, beets are eaten raw. I don't know if you've had them, but try to engage the audience with these, because I'm sure some people in the audience have eaten these things or eaten the different vegetables and herbs that you have used. So engage the audience. Here is roasted with goat cheese. Eat it in a salad. You can see here, you can pickle it and eat it that way. And also there's even a dessert. There's an ice cream that you can purchase that has, that is made from red beets. So lots of different ways to eat it. I like this burger here. That is not a Krabby Patty. That is a beet patty. And here is how I was telling you about putting your resource. This information comes from this page. So if you're interested, if people are interested, they can, students can access that page. Here are just some health benefits from it. You can see there's several different kind. Remind the audience that if they're going to use it as a health supplement or something, they should call or contact their physician, and make sure that they do their research. That's really important. So you're not trying to encourage anyone to use it. You're simply saying that this is what it's known to be used for. And if somebody wants to use it, then they're welcome to, but they have to do their own, and they will be responsible for whatever they choose to do with the beet. I know that's a lot of information to have, but it's important to know that. So here is encourages weight loss. It's an antioxidant. Antioxidants help to slow down the aging process, lower blood pressure, can be used as an aphrodisiac to help to lower cholesterol, prevents and manages diabetes. boosts athletic performance, keeps your eyes healthy. So lots of different uses, for that, for the beet. The thing is to make sure that to do your due diligence if you're going to use it. And here are just the different vitamins and the minerals and calories from about 136 grams of the beet, which is just really an average beetroot. So popular food or beverage, yes, we did that. We have medicinal uses, nutritional uses, health uses. Have you ever grown any beets? Yes, I have grown them, but I haven't had a lot of luck with them. I don't know what I do wrong. Maybe the soil is not pliable enough or friable. We saw that video when they're squeezing the soil in that Victory Garden video. And so could be that. So I have grown them. I don't really eat them too much, very rarely actually, but I would encourage, if you like them, to grow them. They're easy to grow. As I said, they are hardy plants. They definitely were meant to thrive in a cooler climate. So then that covers everything. And then that's it. You could say, so we talked about the common name. We know now the two major types are the three different types of beets, which are very popular. And then there are many varieties of beetroot. And then we talked about how it looks in its habit, which is actually in the first slide. So you cover that already. The different varieties, what are the parts that are used, how is it grown, anything we should know in particular about this plant, any food, and I showed the beet patty there. And then I talked about medicinal uses or health benefits. I would say maybe not medicinal uses, but more like health benefits. And when available, and then if you've ever grown this. So just kind of summarize real quick, and in 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, then someone else would do the herbal one. It should all take maybe about 7 minutes in total. So as I said, you shouldn't spend a lot of time like talking and trying to fill up. It's not about filling it up with information. It's being succinct, concise, and just giving that information. And perhaps you'll never remember the scientific name again, or maybe you will. They're really exciting. They're really cool to know. And people often get impressed if you know the scientific name of the vegetables. And but you might carry it with you, and you'll get to learn about different vegetables. And so I hope this was helpful. Again, about 7 minutes in total for the herb and the vegetable. And you both should participate however you want to do it, but make sure, oh yeah, let me see here, introduce your team. The two team members, I think there's one group with 3 team members, I don't remember, but everyone should be a part of the presentation, speak to the class, have a title page, as you saw that, and I covered that habit right there in that title page. A minimum, it says a minimum of 2 slides is necessary, but I would say I've used 9 slides here, and I think that covers everything. Speak to the class, provide a summary at the end, ask the class if they have any questions. Often students forget this, but ask them if they have any questions. And then once you're done, that's it, it's over. And then we can upload, then one of you will upload it to D2L to get credit for it. Only 5, always provide images of the plants, your team profiles. In other words, a lot of these slides, if you notice my slides too, I like to put images because I think images and then the text really complement each other. Only 5 to 7 minutes max are allowed for your presentation. If it's starting to go 7, 8, and it looks like, wow, it's going to take a while to get there, then I will have to cut it off. And I don't usually like to do that, but if it has to happen because we are short on time, that's what will happen. So be succinct, precise, and within the time limit. And I know some of you won't have a lot of time to practice, but you should practice as a team once or twice, or bring it together as one presentation. And yes, you should put it as one presentation, not 2 separate presentations, but as one presentation. That's really important, okay? So if you have any questions for the first team that's going to present, you know who you are. Let's see here. ENV 200, 294, nope. Here we go. And then here is ENV Yeah, so the first team is Jessica and Nico, and you guys will be doing your presentation on Tuesday. We will meet in the garden, but we'll come back. And then on Thursday is Chantrice and Madeline. And there we're actually gonna probably go to see a chicken coop, an urban chicken coop, which is right around the corner from DePaul, if you knew that or not. So there you go, and have a good weekend. See you later. Let me see if I can stop share and then stop record.